Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Diandini. I'm from Group 3. I want to explain about the American movies that title Toy Story. Toy Story first. Okay, the film is released in 22 November 1995, and then production from Walt Disney Pictures, Pixar Animation, and then country is United States, and then director of this movie is John Lasseter. The first is the elements of literature. Uh, the characters in this movie is Buzz Lightyear. He is a modern-day space ranger, action figure, and then Woody. He usually acts as the leader of in this toy group, and then Mr. Potato. He is a sarcastic ham. He's the son to have the most knowledge of outside, and then Slinky is a toy that's come with a metal Slinky for a body, and then Rex suffers from anxiety, and then Andy, the boy who owned the toy. Um, and then the plot of this movie is one of Andy prisons turns out to be a fancy new Buzz Lightyear by who is immediately given Woody's place of honor on the bed. When Buzz arrives, Andy and the kids knock Woody under the bed, which symbolizes his new world. He climbs out from under the bed and enters the adventure world of the second act where Buzz is the top toy. In trying to knock Buzz behind the desk so he will be temporarily lost, Woody accidentally throws Buzz out the window. After accidentally mar- marooning themselves at a gas station and then stealing a ride to Pizza Planet, Woody and Buzz are won by a seat in a claw machine. Sid takes them home, although Woody's attitude toward Buzz has been subtly shifting ever since knocking him out of the window. This is where see this is where we see a true change. Woody and Buzz literally have no one but each other. They must work together and behave as a friend, even if they aren't yet friends. While trying to escape, Buzz sees a toy TV commercial advertising Buzz Lightyear toys, and he realized for the first time then that he is not the real Buzz Lightyear. He attempts to fly out a window and breaks off his arm and falls into deep depression. Sid tempts a catatonic Buzz to rocket, which he plans to ignite the next morning. The climax in this movie is Woody acts and plan to free Buzz as Andy moving van pulls away from his house. Woody and Buzz race to catch up before they lose Andy forever. The setting in this movie is in Andy house, and then Dinico and Pizza Planet, and then Sid house. The conflict in this movie is interpersonal problem. Buzz is the new toy in the room and Woody is jealous. Woody is worried that he is losing both and the other toys. Woody gave Buzz the cold shoulder and both he and Buzz end up falling outside. And then mood of this movie is when watching this film we feel entertained because beside in this film for children, there are also many teaching in this film. Then we also understand very well that although this is a cartoon film, but we can also take lesson behind the story. And then tone, what this film wants to convey is that no matter how the story is built, there must be a lesson behind it. Never ignore the meaning of family and continue to love each other. And then point of view, Toy Story also has what some storytelling buffs like to refer to as a ticking clock scenario. There's no bomb that's set to explode in 15 minutes, but all the toys are under a time crunch, which Woody mentions in the first few moments of the film and this movie. When Woody and Buzz get lost on the way to Pizza Planet, Woody realizes that they are gonna have to find their way before the moving van falls out and Wendy's driveway and he's separated from his favorite boys forever. And then the last one is approaches of this film. The approaches used in this film is a psychological approach. Why I choose this approach? Because in the film itself has a sound how the author makes his character come alive and plays his character well. as a reflection of the creator of the work. This film depends on the thought and nature of author. It also focuses in the hidden motivation in this film, which even though it is a children's film, there are many motivation that can be extracted from it. So that's it. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.